Alright, so I wanted to go ahead and just do that printing thing so you guys would have it available to you. So printing in Revit, you want to set up your sheet, get your sheet size, which this one is 24 by 36, to get your sheet set up. And then you want to go to File and Print. You can also do Control P and it'll bring up this dialog box. So the first thing you want to do is get your setup updated. So if you come here to your setup, if you take a look at this, typically it's going to be set to letter, and center is the default setting, and fit to page. So it's just going to take everything and squash it into a letter. So I'm going to show you what that looks like first. So if I click OK here, I'm just going to say no. And then I go to current window here, and I'm just going to preview it. So if I preview that, right, it's going to show me, and so this is an 8.5 by 11, and it's just shrunk this whole thing down within the print margins of this 8.5 by 11. So it works, but if you were to print it out, obviously that would be a problem. It also looks a little awkward. So I'm going to go back to print, and I'm going to go back to my setup. I'm going to pick the correct sheet size this time. So instead of letter, I'm going to go to Arc D, and I'm going to leave the other things set the same. And I'm going to click OK. And I'm going to preview. And you'll see it looks like better, looks better, looks better. But it's still offsetting the outside of the 24 by 36 inside the print size of the 24 by 36. So it's actually shrinking it. So if I go back to print again, and I go back to my setup, what you need is you need the size, and you need to set it offset from corner and zoom 100% of its size. So if I do that and click OK, and I do a preview, you'll see that it will do it correctly. And there you've got it. Now the last thing I wanted to say regarding this was, even if you have it set up correctly, let me close this. If you have anything outside of this guy to the bottom or to the left, it's going to offset it still. So like if I had something outside of this sheet, like a view sitting out here, and I go to print, so I'm hitting Control P, and I'll check the setup to make sure it's still in the same. Arc D, offset from corner, 100% of the size. If I click OK, and do a preview, because it's doing bottom left, it's going to take whatever is outside of that screen as the printable object, right? So that guy is now recentering the 0, 0 right here. So you can't have anything to the left or below. You can have stuff to the up or the right. So let me go ahead and close this. And if I were to move this to the right, it would be fine if I printed it. So if I do preview for that one, right, it comes out because it starts at the bottom left at the edge of that 24 by 36. Okay? And then once I'm done with that, obviously I can print it and it will come out of the PDF correctly. Okay? All right, that's it.